Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to have you on this meeting. Sorry, we started late because of technicalities here. I can see Dr. Samwiinga is still struggling there. Dr. Samwiinga, your picture, your video is quite clear, but only your voice, that is the one we are missing. Dr. Samwiinga.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, you are back now. Okay, perfect.
I'm listening. I can hear you.
Wonderful. Okay, super. So, Madam Mweemba, we are complete now. Dr. Samwiinga is on. Yeah, it's really great to meet this evening so that we try to look into one or two things and try to strategize, especially that we have just finished with the first round of tutorials with our dear new students. And at this point in time, also, allow me to welcome Dr. Samwiinga, the ABC chairman or Academic Board of Chancellors chairman. If you remember, all of you, when we started, we said, because we are dealing with little ones, we've only got a bunch of undergraduate students, and those are coming straight from secondary school, so they wouldn't be need to trouble Dr. Samwiinga with the services. And we said we were going to invite him back when we start, growing. And in no time, we decided to bring him back because of the other countries that we have brought in, especially like these countries. Their system is quite different. Students that are joining us from like Zimbabwe, Congo, Malawi, they have already done what we are doing now in Zambia, their first year program. So they will come as mature students and they want to be going directly into their mainstreams of studies. So it's quite great, Dr. Samwiinga, that you've really come to complete the circle. And thank you for that gesture. And let's quickly break down to our agenda here. To our agenda. I think we've got a copy. At A, we've got CDL, contact distance learning. We just ended. Now, point number one, I'm going to go straight to point number one. They just finished CDL on the assignment one phase. So again, once more, thank you so much, team. It was not that easy controlling the online programs, especially that we were doing it for the first time at such a volume with Zambia. But I bet everything went on well, except that when we started, we only had a problem with one lecturer from Germany. I think with Dr. Gomez, Susanna, she didn't come out so well because we remember when we said, no, let's quickly test the lines, let's do this and that. She was so quiet, she was confident. I'm going to do it on the very first day. So first day, she totally failed the class. Second day, she told me she totally failed the students. Then we couldn't risk. We said, no, you can come and join us later on. And we had to get another lecturer, Mr. Mpande, and in sociology, that is, and everything flew quite well with him. I think because of that, he's one of the few lecturers who is still teaching to make up for the lost two courses or two sections. Then, before we make some additions, I just want to read through two, the July 16th and 17th continuous assessment tests. Yeah, normally, originally when we were employing or enrolling the new students. That was in April. We started giving them their assignments. I think on 15th, the first batch started receiving. Then we figured out that, and we had projected that from 15th to 1st June, that should have already been 8 weeks assignments, so that they were supposed to come on 1st June and 2nd June, probably, to write the continuous assessment or after the 3-week contact. But because between end of April, May, and we received a lot of new students, so it was not really going to be okay for the new students to jump onto the continuous assessments. That's why we decided to say, let's go and give them some time so that they could learn, get the basics as well, and do the examinations for continuous assessment 16th and 17th July next month. So number 3, we have got the next bunch of assignment 2 to all the students. So the next bunch, I think, because we're waiting for the lecturers, I think some have started submitting. I hope by today, by tomorrow, they should have submitted their record sheets. I don't know if Dr. Daka, if you have received from all of them the record sheets, so that we see how far they went and how much more assignments we can give to the students. Because from this end, there's only one lecturer for physics who has so far, physics and I think business studies from Madam Nkechi in Hamburg. These are the ones that we have received here.
No, I think I haven't received any because the guideline was that they should email to, I think through your office, those 2 emails. So I was directing them to email through those 2 emails.
Okay, okay, I get a point. Okay.
In case I receive any, then I'll be able to let you know.
Great. In fact, I will forward those to you as well, the ones who were there.
Okay,
So,
I will check them through.
Perfect. So that we see, at least if by, because they're having a breather, if by Wednesday, students can receive another bunch of assignments, assignment 2, if you want to be great. So 4th point, lecturers' commitment and communication. Yes, I think the commitment was great. The commitment was great because I remember we suffered a little bit when we started with the Skype. Yeah, when we started Skype, because I realized that the control system, the main Skype, was on my computer laptop. So I had to make sure that I woke up early, switch it on. Sometimes I would just leave it overnight so that in case I oversleep, because normally I sleep quite late, they can just log in and start flowing. But we created the lecture theater. Everything went well, except that, as usual, network, problems from certain studios, which was expected. Some studios would attend, some wouldn't attend, and they would keep inboxing, writing emails. No, I didn't come because of network and everything. So we just said, you're going to receive the recordings, because every lecturer was recording the sessions. I think by Tuesday, all should be posted to the studio. Those that missed some classes or lessons to review as well. Yeah, then and the communication from the lecturer, I think it was everything was okay. Oh, there's some feedback coming somewhere. Wait a second. It's from Madam Mweemba. I think there's some feedback. There's some voices from, they are louder voices from your background.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh no, sorry. do this. 1 second. Okay. No, because there are two people here. Madam Mweemba is. How do we do it? Sure, great. So commitment was okay as well, because I don't remember any lectures like just missing a class like that. Not at all. At least even when there were some problems to getting started because of network, at least they made up for such timings. Number 4, conclusion on phase 1 of CDL and students reviews. Yes, I think a number of students communicated and gave some feedback. One of the feedbacks, which I call somehow funny, was like some lecturers were not giving the notes, you know, this and that. So I told the students, I said, no, you are no longer in secondary school. You don't go to university to do university stuff and you are receiving notes like you are in secondary school. No. This time now, the lecturers input us to even be only 20%. The rest 80%, it's you students. You have to put in a lot of effort. So I think we just have to educate the students on believing the transition, that they are no longer in secondary school. What they are doing now is university stuff, and they have to work extra hard. I hope I'm correct, by Chancellor, on this one. Do we need to be giving, the lecturer comes with a book giving them notes? It doesn't happen like that.
No, you are right. I know the others, they called me in the same way, but I provided some guidance to say, no, this is not a secondary school. They need to do more research, yes.
Definitely. You know what I've figured out is, what I figured out is that, oh my goodness, what's happening today? Oh, we are back. I don't know what happened. Just went black out.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we just need time. Gradually, they will pick up just to educate them on such lines. So, anything we can discuss on part A, the contact distance learning?
Yes. So maybe the assignments which will be submitted, they are submitting through your email.
The assignments?
Yes.
You mean the next ones?
No, the first assignment, the students, they are submitting through your email or?
No, the first assignment that we gave them didn't include the questionnaires so that they could respond. Answer. It was just research based.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just research based. We just told them, you study these topics before the contact lesson started. But this time around now, because now that then that matured, that's when they are going to have topics and questions given to them so that they could work out in their tutorial groups. Yes.
Okay, no, that is okay. That's clear.
Great, sure. Yes, then
for the July 16th and 17th, the tests.
Yes, so
the lecturers are supposed to prepare for that?
To prepare for that, yes, because they are the ones who know the content that they gave them, for sure. So to prepare.
Okay.
So now
that's fine.
So the only challenge, probably because of the schools closing, I don't know how they are going to write the tests. I think they can manage. Maybe we can follow the way we did with the German language last week on
Okay.
I think on Sunday, we did 2 days. One was verbal.
Okay.
It was, yeah. One was Sunday. The other one, I think, was Friday. Yes. And what we did, like those in other locations, at least wherever those in Lusaka, they went to a center, they did the exams at Lusaka girls. Those in
Okay.
Copperbelt, they are the center, just the same centers we've been using. Probably even in this case, we can do the same because I cannot imagine doing the exams online, mathematics and chemistry and stuff. Probably the language you can try, but I think we can follow the same system, figure out some locations.
Okay.
For the language, I think only one traveled where we did our center, and that was some lady traveled from Kabwe to Lusaka, and it's not far from there, but the rest were just adjusted in their regions.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we just need to plan and see which one works better.
Works better, yeah. Of course, my apologies. I will have to, it is warning me that the line is going to be cut because we have reached the 40 minutes. All along, since that inauguration we had, we bought, what is it called? Not basic, Zoom, the normal Zoom, what is advanced Zoom, where you can speak 24 hours and stuff. But today, when I was trying to prepare for this meeting, for about 1 hour plus, I don't know where I pressed and everything, and I blocked the DLI one. That's why you are seeing that here it's just writing even Lukomona because I'm using a personal one, but I'm still trying to fix it. So if it cuts, I will call again. I just wanted
okay.
For sure, I just wanted to make this announcement. Yes, so that was B, advancement. The new centers in Malawi, Zimbabwe, and Congo DR. Yes, this is quite a good gesture. Malawi, already we have got representatives in 2 regions. In Lilongwe, there will be a center, and what's the name? Musuzu, something like that. Musuzu. So we have split. One person is going to take a southern part of Malawi. The other person is going to take northern part of Malawi. Then Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe also, I think we've got one center in Harare. This is also a college. They are specialized in languages. So they are going to be hosting our degrees as well. Also commencing, just like Malawi, commencing in July, in Zimbabwe, July as well. So Congo DR, also we are planning July, and here they have really given us a big space. I think they have given us some, how do I put it, the governor of Katanga, who has invited us to start there, has given us Katanga itself, then to spread to Lubumbashi, and what's the name, and Kinshasa. So we said, okay, as long as you are there to host us, and you can, because we don't have any other Zambians there that we know, we can take on the bull on its horns. So it's really a good gesture. And this message also is the agenda. I think it was sent earlier. Yesterday, I received a message from University of Hamburg. This is, I think I was communicating with Madam Mweemba just recently from University of Hamburg. Tuesday, we've got a meeting to discuss a possible partnership. This is great news to us. And of course, also on Tuesday, we are going to collect some materials, books, texts for students in Zambia. Now, we had approached the university some good number of years ago. I think that should have been maybe 6 or 7 years. Now, that time, they were saying, no, the rule in Germany is if you're a private entity, to enter partnership should have operated for at least 5 or more years. So at such a level, then we say we're going to come back. Now I think it's good that Corona has worked. It's a blessing in disguise. It's not a good thing, because in between we've been communicating. They're trying to consult how we are teaching in Zambia and other parts, through online. So at least this is quite a great thing. And one other thing that came through as well, which I should have added here, we have gone into partnership with an organization called University Service. University Service is the biggest in Germany, which works with almost all the universities in Deutschland. That is processing and connecting applications of people from from foreign countries who would love to study here. So it's a great news. So we are going into partnership since last week. I think this week we should be signing contracts with University Service, and we are planning as well to start doing some stuff together with them right in Zambia and Zimbabwe, everywhere where we are, because they're coming to Africa for the first time. Though they have been dealing with students in a, in a remote way, those that apply to come and study. So these are some of the good news that are unfolding. Number 2, allocation of some Zambian teams to such centers and role of Chancellor and Chairman. Yes. So now here, allocation, what we have done is, though we are opening in these other countries, we are not just giving them to say, you run everything. No, we are running everything. Of course, the headquarters being in Germany, but the proxy headquarters are that are in Zambia, next to Zimbabwe, next to Malawi, next to Congo, DR. Because even we told them, even the lecturing staff, first priority we are going to give, because we are doing CDL, we are going to give priority to Zambian based and some lecturers based here in Germany, as they say. But if we get some lecturers as well, probably just to give back to that country, we can get 1 or 2, but the control system is going to be Zambia. And as usual, our secretariat is going to as well do, control, make sure the data in Zimbabwe, the data in Congo, the data in Malawi, the central storage system is going to be at the secretariat. Equally, the Chancellor, the ABC chairman there, your wings are going to rule or oversee all these countries. So where we are going, it seems to be really a rough road, quite a lot of work to come through, but I know, and I know that we are geared, we are planned for that, and we're going to manage together with the team. So the details will be unfolding as we get reports from these countries, and we are going to introduce you formally to the managers in all these countries. So far, we've created the groups already, and they're doing their recruitments. So what we've told them is they've got their online groups. So after they have educated the students, because what we do is we send them information, just like we did with Zambia. We have recorded videos, recorded voices to avoid repeating ourselves. So posting on their groups, let students listen, make decisions. Then those that say, oh, I am in, then we bring them onto our WhatsApp groups and getting started just like that. So then as well, apart from the Chancellor, the ABC, and the Secretariat in these other countries, we are also looking at catching some some directors or provincial directors that are in Zambia who can be there to give you support, and the names are going to be unveiled later on, so that you get to know who these people are, drawn from Zambia, of course, and they should have some experience about what we've been doing in DLI and what we are doing, because we are trying to avoid a situation whereby communication, like we have suffered in Zambia, you know, students just trying to communicate through, the secretariat, the Chancellor's office, and here in Germany. So you find that information somebody got from the Chancellor asking me, ask the Chancellor said, I told them, so I tell the students, but you were told already, why do you have to come to me? No, I just wanted to make sure. How can you make sure? Because we work as a team. So if you get information from Secretariat, you get information from this office, it's authentic, and it's really been hard. Like, my WhatsApp is always full every day, not less than 400 messages. I have to work in the morning, then midnight, that's when I start reading them. In no time, the sun is shining at 04:05. That's when I'm going to sleep. So we really have to see how we can work out, and just tell the students, please, your communication channels are ABCD. Anything to do with finances, please go to Secretariat. Business. Anything to do with academics, go and consult these offices. If we split the duties like that, I think we aren't going to suffer much. Because I can imagine we will be facing different cultures. Of course, I can easily talk to Zambian students. Sometimes I can even go into the local languages, and stuff. But now we're having Malawans, Congolese, Zimbabwe's people that we haven't been accustomed to. So let's see how we are going to handle such. And I hope with these countries it's going to be totally different, especially when it comes to obeying the fees, structures, and stuff. Number 3, the registration process in this, like per se, I've said above, registrations are being carried out by the representatives in the respective countries. So, and what we are working on, I think this should be ready now. We are starting with doing the online registrations, not like we've been doing with the what are these, the documents where the students would go to centers in Zambia, pick them with Corona. It's not that possible. Not only because of Corona, I think online applications are going to save us a lot of time, a lot of printing and stuff. So the online registrations being created for us by our partner in England, the WMOC. I'm sure I should be asking Dr. Lukomona there if they are done, so that we just give the links to even Zambia, to our centers in these countries and Zambia, so that we receive them like that. Then we just generate the admission letters, and the admission letters also are being re-edited. In this case now, because of Zambian experiences, trying to add a portion, though it seems to be secondary school staff, where a parent or a guardian should endorse to say, okay, I allow my child to enroll with you, and I'm responsible for the payments. Because what we figure out in this phase is you send the announcements, what are they called? Announcements on the WhatsApp groups, on the Skype groups, anywhere where the students are. But the information, again, you'd be receiving some voice notes from the parent. Oh, I want to find out about this and that. But your son or your daughter just got the information 2 days ago. So you now start inboxing the daughter, please, although some, I missed it and everything. So we have to work out, because when parents are involved, I think that was an idea, in fact, from Madam Mweemba. When parents are involved, they are keen to following up what's happening with the child or the person they are keeping. So we have reviewed that document, the admission letter, whereby if a student is sent back without a parent or guardian's endorsement, then that person doesn't find any place or chance to be with us. Then number 4, the teaching methods. Yeah, so we're still going to maintain the same we are doing with Zambia, contact distance learning, assignments and the like, until at a stage or time when everything is normal, because in all these countries they have said, they also don't know when universities, institutes are going to reopen. So we just get agreed to the same as we're doing in Zambia. The fees for students, number 5, yeah, this is interesting. In Zambia, yeah, we started with 3,500 kwacha equivalent, which is about 170 euros at that time when we paid the prices. Of course, the euro kwacha has dropped. I think if you were to use the current 3.5 divided by 20 euros now, I think it comes a little bit lower, maybe to 160. My mathematics is okay. So I was quite frank. I talked to these other centers and told them to say, look, our passion is to have greater masses, Africa-wise, so that we reduce the fees and we absorb those who did not even think they would at one time to enter university. And just the same message we gave to Zambia, we gave these other countries. And I was frank to say, no, this is how much we're charging in Zambia, but I don't know if we can charge the same thing in your country. So even before we negotiated the prices in these countries, I remember Zimbabwe came and said, no, 170 euros is too little. Sorry, madam. 170 euros is too little. So I said, okay, for us, as long as we are the lowest in terms of pricing, then we are maintaining our goal to have many to join us. So Zimbabwe, hello, welcome back. We are discussing the fees in these other countries, the tuition fees. So the great, you're welcome. So the tuition fees, so Zimbabwe said, no, the tuition fees we're charging in Zambia. Sorry, madam? Madam Mweemba, Madam Mweemba, you were saying something?
I'm saying the last before I cut you, we're still discussing Zambia. I don't know what to discuss. I said I will also the last I need cutting the fees for Zambia, so I haven't managed to drop down for Zimbabwe.
Ah, okay, perfect.
I don't know how far it's gone.
Perfect. Then you didn't miss much, because I said I was so open to discuss with these other countries how much we are charging in Zambia. Okay. And I told them to say, do not expect that we are going to charge the same fees in Malawi, in Congo, in Zambia, in Zimbabwe. So as I was thinking about it, Zimbabwe came up with its own fees. They said, no. First they said, let's be charging, $500 or $450. Then I said, okay, our main point as CHU is to embrace those who can go to school. Like you have said, in Zimbabwe, people haven't gone to school because it's quite expensive and stuff. What's the lowest fee people can pay in public universities and private universities? So private universities, we can't even talk, very expensive. Then they said, no, in private university, I think it's across almost the same as Malawi as well. Public university, the lowest they're asking for is $400. And then I said, okay, fine. Then let us go for $350 US, so that we come out with competitive price, despite the fact that we are getting international studies. Then, so Zimbabwe, we settled on $350 per semester. Of course, there will be some registration and stuff, and affiliation, like our students are doing. So the same figure, we have taken it also Malawi, they presented as well their figures. Then we said, okay, also Malawi, we are going to go with initially $350 US. Then after probably 1 year, after 1 year, we can look into reviewing the fees. So, but Congo, we are having a problem. People in Congo, they're saying, no, there's too much money and everything, 350, it's like a drop in a ocean. Because there, I didn't even know that in Congo, they use, I don't know if you knew that, Madam Mweemba, that in Congo they use US dollars. Is that true?
Yes, sure.
Oh.
We are talking of people that are rich with diamond and gold, so obviously it's not a joke.
Yeah, this is what they are saying, that even the currency there, which they use is US dollars, so it's not going to be new. So Congo, we haven't concluded the fees. I think we should be concluding this week anytime. So I told them, say, no, you research and at least let us, if we have to increase, we shouldn't just be another university with the similar fees and everything. So we have to wait on that one, which is going to come. Then commencement, yes. In all these centers, we have put, if you have seen, July, August. So being CDL, if we get the rightful numbers, we can get started.
Yes, just on that one.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Congo, just on Congo, we wanted to ask.
Oh, just on Congo. Yeah, on Congo, I said Congo, we haven't concluded the figures. Yes. In fact, before you. Yes. Yes. In fact, on Congo fees, just before you broke, I just concluded on Congo fees. I said on Congo we haven't concluded because the guys they are proposing, higher fees. So I think by maybe tomorrow or Tuesday we should be concluding on the fees. But before we conclude, of course, business secretariat, we are going to inform you to say this is what they have proposed. What do you think? So that we can work that one out together. Because they are saying if you become cheap or very cheap also, people might think you are not really that.
Oh, sure. All right.
Sure. So
okay, sir.
You're welcome. So commencement, we are targeting July as well, July, August. That sends us off point B, advancement. Then C, marketable courses for Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, and Congo. Yes, so this is one thing. Once again.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. And marketable, it should be in terms of that could be profitable to the students within their nation, and also if they decided to cross over to work in Europe or anywhere, they should be able to easily fit in. Like in Congo, for instance, they told me to say that Congo is now going so much agric. They really want, of course, all courses are popular, but they are singling out also IT related, agric, as usual, mining, and others. But they're doing, of course, their homework to see what. So I told them to say, no, for us, we go for numbers. When students come in volumes like this, we want to study this course, we're going to go for such courses. Zimbabwe, I think Zimbabwe is also just like Zambia, going for or everything. Malawi, equally the same. I think Congo is because they're coming, according to what they said, they're coming from war. And it's like the government now has said, please let us develop such a sector, let us develop such a sector, hence such programs. But we are here to welcome whichever program that are going to come forth according to the applicants. And by the way, yes, this goes to the chairman, Samwiinga, the Chancellor. You know, if you remember Dr. Daka, when we started, we had 90% or 95% of students just applying for medicine. Until we
yes,
we got that careers meeting, and yes, but why are you going for medicine? So they said no, because where I live, there's a clinic nearby, there's a hospital, so the only hope the only hope is medicine. I said, now if 50,000 people at one time they study medicine in Zambia are there, aren't you going to be flooded? Just follow your passion, you know. Follow your passion. So my Chancellor, don't get surprised when you start seeing the same names with changed courses. A good number of them, they have changed their programs. My passion has been accounting, my passion has been IT, this because of my, always it's my mother. I don't know, Madam Mweemba.
Very interesting. I wanted to say something to Dr. Daka. So it means going back a little bit on the issue of lecturers, like for example, we say since we're going international now, we've included these other countries. So I wanted to find out from him how he's feeling taking on other nationalities under his wings, or is he comfortable having more Zambians?
Did you pick that one, Doc?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it in your introduction, to say for the start, we shall use the Zambian lecturers, but as we move on, we need to incorporate also the lecturers from these other countries. Yeah, because for example, if you're talking of Congo is unique in the sense that they use French. Okay, so it means that there is need for us to make adjustments. But for Malawi and Zimbabwe, well, we don't have a big problem because for the Zambia, Malawi, and Zimbabwe, English is very common. And most of the languages that we speak, we are able to understand one another. So I think we will not have a big problem with Malawi and Zimbabwe, but it's just for Congo where we need to really go French so that for the understanding of our students.
Okay, all right. Oh, thank you very much.
In fact, thank you for that question, Madam Mweemba, and for that response, Dr. Daka. It reminds me one of the lines when we were doing discussions. They said, much as we have French in Congo, you would not believe that a lot of people, you know, what is it called? Just like in Rwanda, lost confidence in the French. You know, Rwanda, as you know, now universities are like 80% English. So Congo, it's happening the same thing. It's like it's a cartel. Most of these nations in Africa into which French had control, they're trying to slowly pull out. So it's the same in Zaire. I didn't know. So they said English has become very, very popular. So what we are going to be doing is before we absorb somebody onto the program, we have to test them. We have to test their English. If their English is okay,
Yeah.
we set a standard they jump on. If they are lacking somewhere, we put them on some kind of intensive English lessons. So that was really a great question, Madam Mweemba. Okay.
Okay, so maybe why I asked that particular question, and also why I asked that particular question is that most of Zambia from the university, and we have a lot of Zambians that are going to study in Sorusi, but all the lecturers are either Zimbabwean or maybe also internationally, but not African lecturers. So that's why I wanted to find out how Dr. Daka would like to protect then his territory, because that's his territory, and I can assume that he would love as much as possible to take on a lot of Zambians, because we have a lot of Zambians that are not employed.
Okay, I get your point. I get your point. No, that's true. And just in the same line, Madam Mweemba, much as we are doing the CD contact distance, we can be comfortable to have a lot of Zambians training. But when we start going now physical in buildings, the ball game is going to change. Like Zambia demands 65% of Zambians to be on board, 35% according to the Ministry of Higher Education, 35% could be foreign. You went off. I'm contributing to your point, Madam Mweemba.
Okay, yes.
Yes, I was saying, yes, we can.
I'm here, sir.
Yes, I was saying, for now, since it's distance learning, the Zambian lecturers can have a grip on these other countries, no problem. But when Corona is finished, we start doing trainings on the soils of these countries, then it's going to be different. I think Zimbabwe and Zambia is similar. When I was talking to Mr. Tendai, the Zimbabwean host there, he was saying, okay, when you went to inquire, open this and that, I said, no, contact distance, no problem, you can do whatever you want. But when physical classes start, it will be something different. I think Zimbabwe would need also to say, no, such a percentage of lecturers should come from Zimbabwe. Something to do with at the end of the day, tax, they have to benefit somehow. So, for sure.
Okay, sir. That's fine, thank you.
You're welcome. And also on teaching staff, I think, let me just take this opportunity to talk about, because we've even got also a huge lineup here, like those we introduced. There are some, Germans who want to jump onto teaching. We have got some Greek who are in Germany, they want to teach in Zambia and stuff. So now when I looked at the minimum demand teaching per hour, they say, oh, we are going to be milked. Even when they have said, okay, I understand they want to give something to Zambia or Africa, you find that 30 euros per hour, that's how much is that time? 30 times 2, 600. Madam Mweemba is laughing.
600 kwacha per hour, that's too much.
Per 45 minutes, Eva.
That's really, really high, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really high. So I told them, no, we're still settling down. When we have populations, at least more students, I mean, that will be a drop in the ocean we can manage. So for now, let's do with what we have got on the Zambian soil. Great. So that concludes there. Yeah, by the way, before I forget this one, I've just remembered, yes, on, I think is it Monday or Tuesday also, yes, we have got a meeting also with what is the organization called Diakoni. Diakoni, we had applied for volunteer teachers. I think that was before Corona, sometime last year in October. We had applied to have volunteer lecturers to come to Zambia and help us with the language and other subjects. So now the because offices are opening slowly and everything. They contacted me. That was only as well yesterday, on Friday, that we should meet and discuss further how many we need in Zambia and everything. So yeah, we might receive some, because volunteers, when they come, them it's free of charge, but they're not coming to take jobs from our dear Zambians. No. So we'll see.
Obviously, Dr. Daka wants to pay you.
Yeah. No, they could just be probably assistants, because they are paid by the state here. Okay, they don't lose anything, rentals, everything by them. So they could just be, hanging around as assistants. But mainly, we are going to have them on the languages too. Okay. Then the second last part, research and partnerships. I hope Dr. Samwiinga is hearing that. Yes, research programs and laboratory facilities for next year after UFC. Yes, for instance, let me start with the lab. The lab. Yes, the lab facilities. For the first year, okay, we are doing what is called, we are going to do exams in theory as usual, and what is called alternative to practicals, meaning practical questions, but from the theoretical aspect. Now, in the second year, that's when we are going to open the labs for them. So what we have done here, at least even before the corona, we had written to various universities, various health centers, and various manufacturing companies. As you know here, all manufacturing companies, what they do is that they give free equipment, which is called equipment for test. Free equipment to various universities and learning institutions. If you are happy with them at a later stage, then you can start buying for them. And buying here, it's not that expensive. It's quite cheaper, and at the same time, you don't pay like cash. If you say, what such laboratory equipment? No. They give you and you pay within the period of probably, I think most of the maximum, they give is 5 years. So, and we've got good deals. We are just praying that when everything is opened, the shipping facilities are open, then we start going around to collect what we have been given by various centers. So by that time, our students are done, we will have greater and greater equipment for our students in Zambia, for both medical students and other practical-based courses. So that's what we are going to do. Then the research programs. I don't know, Dr. Daka and Dr. Samwiinga here, please. That's really your heavy area as well. Germany is one of the nations, I think, in the world, if not the only one, which encourages such areas of research. And they are always, if not what do they call trimesters or quarterly, they're inviting different professionals, those with those with higher masters and PhDs. The government pays for everything, accommodation, that period of research phase and everything. So please, if we can utilize such kind of a chance, and if you could figure out what kind of areas, for instance, in Zambia, that we can, target and blend to our university, whereby we are seeing our lecturers and other expertise through DLI, and let me say CHU, through us, they are coming to do the researches and giving priority, of course, to our lecturers. I think this is going to give us a greater edge, in Zambia. And equally, we're going to do the same thing in these other countries. I was telling somebody this, I think I mentioned this, there was a doctor who came ignorantly, not a doctor, I think a master's holder from, in fact, from the University of Zambia, put together the money and made a mistake, joined a private university in Germany. Oh my goodness. And within, I think, 2 semesters, he wants to pull back to come back doing PhD. And he called the boss at Unza. The boss just says, you come back and forget everything. So, thank you now, somebody directed him, I think a fellow Zambia, to DLI CHU. He said, no, please, don't pack your bag, don't go, contact Mr. Lukomona. When I was talking to him, he was like, no, you are joking. No, yeah, I'm confused, I don't even know what I'm going to tell my family, all the money is gone back home. They have been sending me. I said, no, we are going to give you state universities for free, and they are going to pay for you. You are going to study. He couldn't believe it. So I gave him some phone numbers. I got some universities here and there. And today he's smiling. This was just happening, I think, 2 weeks ago. So this person is going to stay. These are some of the things which Zambia don't know about, especially higher learning institutions. I'm sure Dr. Daka there from university, Germany is not popular, but other, I remember those years, University of Zambia, there would be placards along the corridor. Oh, there's something from Denmark, there's something from England, US, but there were very few, applying and stuff. But Germany, and this is the country which is calling the whole world. Germany is trying, sorry to say this, to clean its name. They have got a bad background because of the First World or Second World. Now, if you come here, you see how universities are pleading for the international community. It's no longer Germany for Germans. It is now Germany for the international world. Let alone those who are coming for research, PhDs, they even give you salaries here. You are doing your research, they even say, oh, you want to do some research 3 months in your country? Okay, you are going to go with this professor. They accommodate that professor if it's in Livingston, Lusaka, or Ndola. This is what Germany is doing. So let's take advantage. So sorry, Dr. Samwiinga and Dr. Daka. You didn't hear what she said. She was allowed to say, don't make some of us to start coming for PhDs. Now if you come for PhDs, you leave them boxes black.
Okay.
No, it's really awesome.
Interesting, really.
It's really awesome. I remember one of the ladies, Patricia, yes, Zambia, she even had to bring her 3 children, to Hamburg. She was doing the research. The children, I think, lived here for, 3 months or something. She would go with the professor to Zambia. Let's utilize that door. I will leave it at that. Try to brainstorm, our Chancellor, our chairman there, what areas we can tackle in Zambia. It would be nice.
I will do so with Dr.
For sure. If at one time we are seeing, researchers coming, we have got 10 coming, it would be nice. 20, we just spread them in different states of Germany. So partnership, the last point, partnerships with the German and EU universities. Okay, this is what we are cultivating. Like I said, long time we had applied for partnerships. The answer was the same. Germany is quite a strict country. I think I understand them because unlike the US, Australia and stuff, these are universities based on you pay the fees, you're going to study. Now Germany is the other way around. Though they call themselves like they are a capitalist state, they are not. They just hide into, running away from their big protectors, the Americans. These guys are just more like, a socialist country. It's opposite. In the other Western world, US and stuff, you pay to access quality stuff. In Germany, they pay you to access. Because even bachelor students are doing well. They are put on salaries. You want to go to pay your rent, we are going to be paying for your rent, they even give you pocket money. So even all other universities. So we have been trying to foster. They told us, no, you wait until you are experiencing this and that. Now with the coming back of Hamburg University calling us at will, opens now the old, the old connections. And I remember Madam Mweemba also was trying to push something back. He said, no, try to have some, connections with university. I was like, no, these guys too much of demanding this and that. But I think Hamburg University coming on board will start sending again calls and emails to those that we had approached, so that we could have, some partnerships in Germany as well, like we have in Ukraine, Poland and England. So yes, application and admission processing. Yeah, I think this one, I don't know why it came because it has already been discussed. I think, but was meant for the new countries. Yes, the new countries. So what's going to happen with the new countries is that, yes, they're going to be applying online. Then, yes, we check their qualifications, of course, together with the ABC chairman there, the chancellor and team. Then we give them admissions. Are they qualified? Because we had such a challenge in Zambia. Everybody was just coming medicine. You look at what the boy has got. The boy has got a 5 in chemistry, a 5 in physics. But why do you want to do medicine? Because it's the jobs. Somebody, yeah, you've got distinction in English, you've got distinction in civic education, you've got first class mainly in these social sciences. So we had to redirect them and stuff. No, but when I went to Eden, is it Eden? There's Eden in Zambia, something. Yeah, yeah, when I went to Eden, they gave me admission. I said, okay, that is Eden. If they can take it, doesn't mean that. So we have to take you as well, because we are helping. We are going to help your way along the way. So yes, and on the processes, please, on this one, let's see what we can do. But especially the secretary, if it means now buying the generators, let us buy generators to maintain electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need them seriously. The situation is quite bad down here.
Yeah, I was so sad. I heard that now electricity can go 6 o'clock, comes 10 o'clock. So sad. Because I can imagine processing admission letters from all these countries. I don't know what you can suggest if we can give the power of attorney to the center holders. They process admissions from there with our stamps.
No, sir, no. Okay. The secretariat has to go. We will not allow that.
Okay. You are right. You are right. You are right. No, we just have to, yes, work on the power system, electricity.
Yeah, in case they have any challenges there, they can, I can be of service, because in our case, power does not go
you hate that
from our institution. Yeah, in our case, power is 24-hour service.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So whatever challenges that the secretariat can have, we can see how we can be of help.
No, that's really great.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
That's
thank
really
you
great.
so much.
For sure, if we can do, Germany is helping in. Probably we can share the countries to say applications from this country. Let the Chancellor's office handle applications from this country. Let the ABC chairman handle from this country. Let Germany from this country. Let Secretariat. I think it's really going to reduce the pressure and to issue in good time the admission letters. Great.
No problem.
Those are just some of the points. Any other business?
Maybe I just wanted to hear a comment from the Chancellor on the marketable courses for international students. like you highlighted that Congo specifically is looking for certain courses in line with their economy, isn't it?
You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like as I think as the president mentioned. Yeah, there are two things here. One, we are looking at the marketable courses in the respective countries. And also we are looking at the marketable courses. Some of them, they want like to go and work outside. So I think the president was saying for Congo, within the country, the courses which are marketable is mining and agriculture. So it means that when we are looking at Congo, we expect more in the area of agriculture and mining. We need also to look at what about in Zimbabwe. We know the challenges that in Zimbabwe they have. Most of those who can study in Zimbabwe, it's not that they really want to work in Zimbabwe. They would prefer to go and work outside Zimbabwe. It means that the courses which the students might want to study, there are courses which to them they feel they are marketable outside their own country. I think in Zimbabwe and Malawi, they're almost the same. Most of the Malawians, they work in South Africa and other countries. So them, they'll be looking at what can I go and become if I go to South Africa, which type of job am I going to work? So yeah, so there are some varieties. So that's why even when when we'll be canceling those who will be applying, we'll be looking at all these varieties in the choices. For Congo, we know it is for the sake of their country.
Definitely. In fact, this brings a point whereby somebody told me, I didn't know our members, our partners in Malawi said, a lot of Malawans say, when you come here, it will really be great with international certificates, because a lot of Malawans, they go to Zambian universities to study because there's too much high quality there. I said, wow, this is good. I didn't know. This is good. And some of the courses now speaking on the point of Deutschland or Germany, as we have always been preaching, medical fields, too much lacking here. What else? Teaching field. I think this, Madam Mweemba, you've been always pushing for opening a strong department of education. Too much lacking in Germany. I've always said this. They misused me actually when they kept me in school. So we could have some tailored programs, like you said, Dr. Daka. Zimbabwe is like Germany is in there. That's the country they know. Before it used to be England, if you remember, they used to go to England without passport. I remember 2001, I was there. They were just crossing like this without visas. We just show Zimbabwean cards. They were such. So when they got blocked, I think because of Mugabe, now they take to Deutschland. So UPEAs, a lot of UPEAs, it's Zimbabwe. And you can imagine, even to do German exams, when Zimbabwe heard that we have brought the leading German organization called Institute in Zambia, they said, no, we're going to bring our people from Zimbabwe to come and write exams at DLI in Zambia. I said, come on, but you have had got an institute board for many years. They said, no, to write an exam, you need to be on it. You have to wait for 4 months or 5 months. Yes.
Okay.
So because of Zimbabwe is the one that go to Germany. So we were proposing to say, if we can also have some like short program, 1 year, that's medical connecting for 1 year, and specifically for that, but German language, we can have them tailored, and also those that are selling in Germany, the IT, computer, you can go. Before I know I came here, Indians had to discover India, so like IT, instead of B1, though you're going to be working, for instance, in an English-speaking company, but overall you want to do business, in Germany. So it's a good thing.
Okay, just on that, on IT, Mr. Lukomona.
Yes, please.
I really don't think that in Zambia at the moment we have a university that is offering IT at a level that European countries are offering it.
Okay.
And so maybe if we did our homework and made sure that, for example, maybe we incorporate in the IT department lecturers from German that can teach, I'm sure we can have an edge around the school and maybe make it even more marketable.
Okay. Awesome. Great. No points taken. Okay.
Yeah, because when I came to do my master's in the Netherlands, I really suffered with computer. Oh, you should have seen how the young Vietnamese were swearing in my face. Look at this, she can't do computer. I'll never forget my experience, and so I encourage youngsters to say you are nothing without computer. You really need IT at your hands.
It's true. You couldn't be any other program, social work, everything is IT at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Any other, we are on the final part, any other contributions before we close?
How about education? Do we even have a department of education? Because I've had quite a number of teachers approaching me. I think the Chancellor is still developing that department. I don't think we are offering education courses at the moment.
Honestly, I don't know what our Chancellor would say. Because from my point, let me defend myself before. From what I was advised from Zambian circles is that offering education will be a non-starter in Zambia. Reason being that thousands of teachers on the streets who haven't been deployed with bachelor's diplomas. And later alone came a young man, I think he's in Berlin now. He was connected to me by the embassy. This young man came with Catholic programs. Then he called me, please, I need your help. I don't want to go back home.
In Zambia, oh my God, that makes
is this the way we are going to live? Show my sister. All of us are going from our So the young man says, I did diploma in education. That one is a non-starter in Zambia because degree holders, they are in front. So when you go to offices, I've been going to the offices for 3 years. I haven't been deployed. So now I told him, so no, the best thing you can do is talk to your Catholic people. If they allow you to study out of this seminar I've come, I can help you. So they allowed him to study. Now he's doing his bachelor, which we'll even see him at least. We have told him to say when the corona is finished, we'll attach you to our partner schools in Germany so that you can be schooling and you're making some money teaching English and stuff. So then I looked at that, I said, should we bother ourselves to open this department? I don't know. Chancellor
what is the Chancellor saying about that? I don't believe that will ever reach a time when education, Minister of Education will be saturated. I don't think so, sir.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe what I can say as at now is we have really a challenge in the country with the numbers. Okay, maybe just a background. You remember there was a time in Zambia where a lot of people wanted to become lawyers during the Mwanawa. Yeah. So a lot of people, really, everyone wanted to, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a lawyer. And that's why Ziari now is very dangerous to try to admit somebody to the bar. There can be 400 writing, only 2 who qualify. they are putting those measures deliberately. So a lot have studied law, but they haven't really been accepted to the bar because of that exam. That exam is a deliberate move to reduce the numbers.
Oh no.
But now, when we come to the teaching, in the past, everyone who does teaching, they knew that they would be employed by the government. Yeah, so everybody rushed into teaching, and you have seen that most of the people are doing businesses now in the area of education. They are teachers. So we graduate. Those who are affiliated to the University of Zambia, we affiliate thousands and thousands every year. Even this year, we'll be affiliating despite Corona. We are going to graduate thousands and them.
Wow.
But at the end of it, they will not be employed. That's just as the president mentioned. And the reality is that, especially the schools in the urban, most of the schools, like here in Lusaka, I can give the example of Mnali. We're just doing an assessment where we found that the school had 25 teachers more, meaning that they didn't have even classes to teach, but they are employed by the government.
Oh.
So it's like really, it's a challenge as at now. Yeah, we really have thousands of teachers who are just loafing on the streets, and most of them now they were trained as teachers, but they are now working as in these other fields which they were not trained in. So that's why the issue of
right in this chain market, it's so sad.
Sure. In fact, they are all over the show. You go in the shop, they'll greet you. How are you, sir? I'm fine. You were my lecturer, but they are in a different field. Yeah. So that's why when we are looking at which programs that can be able not only to be marketable like in the country, but looking at what should we do to make a difference. That's why the president was saying a lot of them applied for medicine. Why? Because they have discovered that that's one of the gaps. And we really know that 3-4 years from now, the whole field of medicine will be filled up. Most of them trained nurses, they will not be doing anything because we are filling it up. Wow. And it is that's the direction where we are going all over the world. I think in Nigeria, we know that there are a lot of degree holders, masters who are not employed. So it will not be something new to Zambia. It's good, let them be educated, but as at now, it's better let people go into different fields. Exactly. That's why right up now, the government is not really, you have seen that they are not giving scholarships to those who are doing teaching, unless you are a teacher for science. So they are looking at the areas which can help the government to improve the economy, like sciences. That's why now scholarships are going to those who are doing sciences. So it's not new that a lot of them, they're going for medicine. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. That's what a sad scenario, isn't it?
Really
very, very disappointing. And then you are saying Germany is in deficit of those numbers. You need a lot of teachers.
Look at, if you see a teacher in Germany going in the morning to work, is looking normal white person. 16 hours. Look at them now when they are knocking off. Mostly they knock off 14, 13, 13, 14, only like 14 hours.
The culture, you invest too much money, teachers, no say, no.
Imagine, let them knock off even in 14 hours. Look at their faces. They are red. All are red. Don't even talk to them. They are angry because they are overworked. Totally overworked.
Okay.
Totally overworked. Now, I was thinking of why don't we, because there's one area which I believe, has been neglected. Actually, the Congolese were telling me we neglected agriculture for a long time, which are going back. Why can't we reinforce agricultural programs or studies as well? We have got too much land. Where we say we are going to we create a deliberate department, we train our own, they get graduate in persons, and then we get pieces of land and do agric there, and we employ the same graduates. graduates?
Yeah, for the future of agriculture, I mean, for us as a country, I think the government, that's even in the 7th National Development Plan, the revised one, that's one of the focus areas.
Okay,
so that's why even right up now, they are focusing on training, even in the field of teaching. If you trained as an agriculture science teacher, you will definitely be deployed quickly than if you do civic education and these other subjects. Yeah, so agriculture as at now is a focus for the nation, especially, or even including aqua agriculture. Even the government, they are even giving loans to those who are doing aqua agriculture. So it is one of the fields that we can also think about.
Aqua agri. Because, like, for instance, Germans here, they are going so much to Kenya, because Kenyans, these are some of the people who are very versatile here, putting the German investors. They are going so much to Kenya to do agri projects, a lot of agri projects. So if we can also try to diversify into such an area, we can help a lot of our nation. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, then before I forget, on the probably last note, I think we all know how early our students have been with paying the tuition contributions, the 3,500. It's really been hectic. It's really been hectic, and we've tried with the secretariat business there to push them pay. Since we started, I think, giving them assignments, because the admission indicates you've got admission now, please go to the bank, you pay so much, 3,500 to start programs. Common response has been like all students, they come from one house. Because of Corona, my father says, my mother says, can I pay here? I don't know how many times Madam Mweemba has been, deadlines, she has been shifting. So until we got the last shift,
the situation on the ground is really, really not healthy. Financially, Zambians, I don't know what to say. Things are really not okay. And that's why we're very happy when you decided to go international, and we felt, okay, maybe the other nationalities can buffer.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
The school. Otherwise,
it's true. You are right.
It's pathetic, really.
It's really pathetic. But I think I've got hope. We have got hopes from Zimbabwe, and then because Zimbabwe told me, they said, no, us, that we can have hunger, we can have problems, but people, they really save for education. They really save education. I said, anyway, it's true. Because when I came to Zambia, we came to Zambia last year, we would enter houses, people are complaining, but you see the smart TV corner to corner.
Okay. That is Zambia for us.
I said, even in Germany here.
Yeah, it may be just a comment to a president, I think.
Yes.
I mean, I know the secretariat are doing all what they can do. I think what we just need to do, I think, is just to change the mindset of most of our students, I think. I mean, I have seen even us, I mean, the University of Zambia is the most expensive institution if you are to pay on your own. Yeah, but we have seen people paying really per year 20-something thousand, 30,000.
Wow.
They are paying, not that they are really rich. In Zambia, as the president mentioned, you discover that it is just the priority that what we are putting in for as Zambians. If you look at what we do as Zambia, most of the Zambians, they have a lot of money, but what are they investing in? Okay, you discover that you have seen even here now how they are complaining about opening bars. Okay, somebody might not have a meal at home, but they can go and drink. It's a priority. Where have they put the priority?
Oh, yes.
You discover that somebody can come and ask something from my office. Sir, I'm in need of this and this. But somebody has money for alcohol. Okay, wow. Somebody has money for something else. So I think we just really need to change our mindset to say that it's very much important to invest in education.
You are right.
Just as you said, President, that in Zimbabwe they value investing in education. Us in Zambia, it's our background that we have, where Kaunda was saying free, free, free. So that thing has been eating us up. When the issue of cost sharing came in from 1991, it's like the government is very bad. All what people want is free, free, and it's like in them. You know, even in the secondary schools, by Mrs. Mweemba, whereby the government said, okay, you'll be paying, is it 200, whatever, per term. Huh? Still more, you discover that people are saying 200 is too much per term.
They can't sustain themselves somehow.
You can just, it is because of the priority. Where have we prioritized things? This man we're saying can't pay 200. It is because he can use that 200 just in one night and drink that thing off. He forgets. Yeah. So I think it is our mindset as Zambians. We are really not prioritizing education. Most of these who are saying they don't have money, I think us who are here in Zambia, we know that 3.5 is not big in amount to pay for your degree. Where else are you going to get such a qualification where you're going to pay 3.5?
Indeed.
And the problem is that we don't, you know what, where you don't invest, you will not value what you get out of it. People who are freely given things, they spoil those things that you are given. So it's very much important that I think there should be a lot of change of mindset. Okay, I think there should be a change. Me at the church, I had one girl who said, no, I want to go to school. So I told the college, I said, okay, it's good, you go. Because she thought we were going to give her money. But I told her, I said, you need to work yourself. She started selling fritters. And she finished her diploma 3 years through selling of those fritters. Wow. And she has valued what she got.
Wow.
So I think most of us as Zambians, we don't value.
Something, you really value.
Yeah.
That's true. That's what.
Exactly.
In these free things, then we abuse them.
I remember that message. It's really great. Thank you so much, Doc, for that. I remember the message, Mweemba, you gave on the inauguration. You said Zambian students learn to work at least some hours to raise some money. It's true. It's true. It's like we have pampered the children so much at home, so now to fend for themselves.
That we can do everything for them.
Wow.
Yeah, so we just need to continue the way you have been doing, Mrs. Mweemba. Just continue. They will be paying. We just need to continue encouraging them.
It's true.
You know, change of mindset is not a one-day thing. You see, it's gradual.
You know what you are saying, but Doc, I concur definitely. Because even just today, this morning, you know, we get, because I almost forgot, thank God to what's the name again? KMCS. There was a time I was talking to I think some 2 weeks ago or something, I was called to talk to the permanent secretary on WhatsApp. So the line was bad and everything. Then I told Mrs. Chanda, our Lusaka representative, I said, no, I will just record the video and send the message. Equally also to thank him and the team for having given us that great letter. So now when I sent this video, I sent it to Mr. and the line went off. We didn't even say properly bye-bye and stuff. Then after 3 days or 2 days, somebody inboxed me, say, I want to talk to you, Mr. Lukomona. You know, the project DLI is doing, you know, President DLI and stuff. I said, where you got the information? Then he says, no, I watched the video that you sent to the Ministry of Education, to the PS. Please, this is what we do. We empower the youth. So, because in the video, I didn't even talk about like chasing the students. I just said, no, this is what we are doing. We have at least bowed down, begged the universities to reduce to 120, regardless of, but students are still failing to pay, but God knows how we are going to maintain ourselves. So this organization says, no, as we are ready to even pay for the students. I said, wow. So they interviewed me and everything. Please just send, let's do an MOU. We worked together, MOU reached in their box, I think, just 2 days ago. And Sunday we are going to sign, Monday you receive it. Then we start paying for the students. start preparing a list of all the students, youths, as long as they're youth,
Can you imagine?
who have not paid. Now, guess what, doctor? A circular went round. That was about 3 days ago. Those who haven't paid and those who are owing us, write your name and the admission number. We created, I think you saw the document. Just fill out this document and so now we have got about those in default, about 80 students. Until yesterday, there were only, I think, 30 who had submitted. So this morning now, I was so angry. I said, even free things, they can't take responsibility. Even free things. So I had to inbox one Mweemba. I said, Mrs. Mweemba, please use whatever language you can to talk to these children, because deadline is today on Sunday. We extended 18 hours. Still, they are only. Now, when she wrote that strong message, that's when now they start popping up. Sorry. I said, my goodness. This kind of attitude really has to change, honestly speaking. That's not a sense of responsibility. Because, and my fear is, don't they think those that are intelligent, like we are saying, you come and continue your education in Germany. They feel like when they come and educate in Germany, life is like now much more easier than in Zambia, but it's the other way around. Here, students, they sweat. Even those coming from rich families, they have to work for their little money they contribute per semester. I hope this trend changes. I really felt bad today. I felt bad. I really felt bad, but thank God at least there are a number that have popped up, but far away from 80. We will just forward today, because I told the organization, when I sent yesterday 30, as these the only ones, I said, no, some more are coming, electricity probably and stuff. So whatever the batch that has come today, we are going to send like that. So thank God for Karumbila organization of youths. No, unless there's any other thing, is there any other contribution or any point we can look at before we close?
Kalumbila, how many are they willing to take on board?
No, Kalumbila just said, bring all. They didn't give a specific.
So if then they haven't responded because of challenges here and there, maybe they don't even have bundles to send the same documents, for example, why don't we step in then? They send to us and then we can forward, like a few students, you saw I forwarded for some of them.
That was great, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Instead of them and us at the end of the day losing out, if there's an organization that has come on board,
yes,
probably we could engage the parents. I don't know what kind of students we are dealing with, because you've seen some are not even in any lecture theater group. Have you noticed that?
They haven't attended, you mean?
So there's a bit of an inertia in some of them. I really don't know what type of students we are dealing with.
Because
it's just a thing of an attitude.
I think it's attitude. I think it's really attitude.
Yeah, so you find this person, the parents have paid something towards their tuition,
yes, but
they're not even attending classes. You know me, I wasn't added to any group. Then you tell them your friends are making efforts there. I don't know what to say.
It's really attitude. Because also when that came to light to me to say, I think, Madam from Hamburg here, the one who teaches business studies, because she has got 15 students, if I'm not mistaken, said, no, I only receive every time I teach an average of 8. 8 is the maximum. There are 6. So when I posted, I said to you, please warn them. They started inboxing me. And you can't argue. No, sir, my phone was like this. Oh, because of load shedding. I said, load shedding is... I don't know what we are going to do to inculcate that kind of seriousness.
I think maybe this also brings us to us investing in the intranet kind of system. We need an intranet kind of system that will will connect almost everyone, students and lecturers and whatnot. You know those systems, huh?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
And that is what can save us, because for some students, they're in areas where maybe Zoom can't catch, for example, or maybe Skype can't catch. So those challenges we need to work around to make sure that we're able to engage every student.
I concur with you, because I remember when I was teaching so much this German language, or it was the same, I would have been in a class maybe 30 students. The time I had the most attending was 15. And they would be there poking, somebody pops up, moves away. My internet was like this. I think let's quickly look into this one. Intranet. Wow. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much for availing your time. Thank you so much. That is.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Quite a brainstorming session, and we're going to take it up from there. We're going to some new stuff.
All right, thank you so much. I'm very excited for the recommendation from the Chancellor about the Department of Agriculture.
Oh, great.
Yes, please. I think this one for sure we need it.
We need it. I agree. We need it. Even here.
Department of Agriculture is very important. In the next few years, that's what everybody will start falling back on.
It's true. It's true. Also here, I think this week we start making contacts regarding agro staff, and see how we can grade it. And please, I won't forget Madam Mweemba. Before we decide the Congo fees, I will forward them so that you look at what we are.
Yes, the Congo fees, they have to cover all the other very poor nationalities, because I think the Chancellor won't spare us if we have to pay his staff very lowly. He will not be happy with us.
It's true. No, you are right.
We are born international, so he wants. He might want a better fee for his staff.
Definitely. Great. Thank you so much. God bless you, and
thank you. God bless you too. Good night.
Good night.
Contact.